Walked other Caminos before, all alone. I've walked the Portuguese, the Primitivo, Muxía, Finisterre. I did the spiritual variant on the Portuguese. This time I'm doing my Camino Inglés with my partner in just 2 weeks. And you would think it would change completely how I pack, but not really. In this video, I'll show you exactly what I'm packing, what I'm doing different from my other Caminos, and why, even when you're not alone, you should still pack like you are. The Camino Inglés is one of the shorter official Camino routes. It starts in northern Galicia and you have 2 options. You can start from La Coruña, which is then less than 80 kilometers and you don't qualify for a Compostela, or you can start from Ferrol, which is about 120 kilometers, and then you do qualify for a Compostela at the end of your journey. The Camino Inglés is shorter, quieter, but still a full Camino experience. So the question I kept asking myself was, what should really change now that I'm not doing it solo? And honestly, not as much as you'd think. So let me show you how. Clothing is very minimal, pretty much the same as my solo Caminos. I've got a couple shirts, one of them is a merino, the other one is just a regular lightweight, a tiny dress, my underwear, a couple of pairs of merino socks, one pair of shorts, a couple pants. Even with my partner, this part really hasn't changed. I used to think that you need more options, but you just end up wearing the same thing over and over again and just doing more laundry. So even with a partner, I'm not doing it differently. So I've kept it simple. For layers, I've got the extra sleeve and one long sleeve in my rain jacket that is also packable. That system has worked for me before, so I'm sticking with it. Last year, I decided last minute to bring my vest. This year, I just have a different one that I got off Marketplace that is also packable into its own pocket. Footwear is also the same setup, I trust. I used oboes on the Primitivo, so maybe I might change to regular runners because I saw that the Inglés has lots of pavement. And then my sandals. I just like having sandals at the end of the day, and this pair I can put socks if I want to. For sleep, I'm bringing a silky liner instead of a sleeping bag. That's what I've used on my previous Caminos, and it has worked. Also do bring a sleeping mask, earplugs, and earphones. Sleep on the Camino is not always peaceful. If you know, you know. It's cold to sleep, I'll just layer up. Like I have a toque, and I have my pants that I can wear as well. My long johns. For toiletries, this is where people think you would change, but when you're walking with someone, but I'm still doing the same thing. Honestly, it's just better to keep everything separate. Toothbrush, basic toiletries, laundry stuff, nothing fancy. I just don't like depending on someone else for everyday things, and then we can both shower at the same time. This applies for food too. I like bringing a cup, a bowl, some cutlery, and hydration packs, and a couple protein bars. I can always buy more along the way. Even for the plug adapter, I'm still bringing my own and he's bringing his own, because then we don't know if we're going to stay far away from each other and if we need to plug several things at the same time. This way each one has their own. I do also like bringing my battery pack. For bags, I'll still do the same. My fanny pack that I will have my essentials, passport, money, all of that. I'll still also use the same backpack as always. I will keep my bladder in it because I like having at least 500 mils of water as emergency. And then I'll just have like a bottle from the plane or anything that I'll just keep filling up to have easy access. And I like using my compression bag from Sea to Summit to pack everything tight and nicely in my 22 liters backpack. Everything fits in here and I still have extra space. I only pack around like 4 kilos, which is about 9 pounds. And that's exactly where I like to be. Light, simple, and manageable. So there you have it. Even though this is going to be my first Camino walking with someone, and I'm not doing it solo this time, I'm still packing everything pretty much the same. Have you done a Camino with a partner? Can you give me some tips? Please do leave them down below in the comments. Because for me, The Camino is not about relying less on yourself. It's about trusting the process, learning even more about yourself, and it's about knowing you can rely on yourself if you need to. Follow me if you want to see how it changed on my day-to-day during the Camino having a partner. If you want to follow our journey, tag along, like and subscribe. I will be posting vlogs and other tips for the Camino Inglés. I'll see you guys again soon. Buen camino. Bye.